All right, good afternoon. It is afternoon, at least on the East Coast, 10 o'clock here on the West Coast. You can see we're trading 1339.75 after opening today at 1337. That's a big gap down. We closed yesterday right around the 48, 49 level. Yeah, we closed right here at 48. Got the profile up here real quick. So what do we have? This is looking at the week from Monday through Friday, and then I'm going to take it back a little bit further. But what has happened this week? Well, first of all, let's go back to Friday. And Friday, you can see here we closed at 1339.50 of last week. So we are battling in this zone. So everything that has happened this week, let's kind of containerize things. Breadth has continued to shrink, meaning stocks making new highs aren't really expanding here, with the exception of everybody talking about Apple. Apple's pushing up towards that $500 a share level today. Again, up about $4.97 or so. I don't think it quite got to 500. Let me pull that up real quick. But I believe 497 was the number. But I said yesterday, Apple hitting 500, having a daily RSI of around 92 yesterday, which don't really see Apple get that type of an RSI, which is just a momentum indicator, simple momentum indicator. But what that typically shows me is we're about to have a sell-off in that stock, most likely in the market too. The SPOs were up in the 90s on the RSI earlier in the week. Haven't rolled over really yet, but there's a number of gaps that need to be filled first. I think we're going to fill that gap down to 1326 to 30. Why do I say that? Let's pull it back a little bit here. But first, before I do, let me just point out, you can see we've got a lot of layers of topping now after this week's action. You know, we made highs Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We kept going to new highs, and we printed 5270, which was really a target, and that happened overnight. These are just intraday, so we actually printed up here 5270, and we never tested that yesterday in the regular market hours. This is just showing regular open market hours, 6:30 to 1:15 here on the West Coast, and we did not test that yesterday, which was another sign and another line in the sand, if you will, that this market's getting tired, as it should be. Yesterday was day 28, which is every trading day of the year so far, plus even a couple in December, that we are now technically overbought. The T2108 is just a measurement of stocks trading over the 40 period moving average, and about 88% of them are. So there's not much left. There's not many more players left in the game to chase this market up right now. So I would be very careful and probably be looking to take some profits if you're trading positions around. We're up 1253 to 1340 still here, still about 90 points, or still about 7% for the year, even at these levels, which is a powerful move. Now, why do I say 2630 as the next layer of support below us? Again, we've got some serious buyers here that are kind of trapped for this week, and that's from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And again, you can see the containerized, how we were so tight in these ranges, 51 to 45, 47 to 42. So your value areas all week were kind of in this same area. Really, this 42 to 48 area is really the condensed area, very tight. And I don't think we're going to get back above that right now without putting some work into the low side. So to the low side, what do you have to look for? So here was the gap up from the post-FOMC meeting, and it was a monster gap up. You went from 26, and that's why we keep saying 26. 26 here all the way up. We opened up at 35 and haven't looked back. So we've tested that 35 now a couple times, once earlier in the week, and again, we got to it today. So that 35 continues to hold, but I still think we've got some, these are some sloppy lows in here, and I think we're going to go down, if not today, next week, to this 26 to 30 area. We still haven't gotten into that area yet. So I'll be watching that zone. Below that, again, you got some more gaps. So once we get into 26, you got some support in here, but you could see us going probably back to 1300 easily, and if we get through 1300 layers, you're possibly looking at that 1285 and then 1272. So that's what I'd be looking at. If you're really bullish this market, you want to get some areas to buy again, look for that area. We're pushing up to the highs of 2011, which were 1375. I don't think we're going to do it right now, but if we do, and we could, all bets are off that we're not going to fill this gap right now. We may need to go to 1400 before we go to to 13.